of a title. Indiana is desperate for a Game 7.
And we just wanted to protect home court. You know, we didn't want to see these guys celebrate a championship on our home floor.
Facing elimination, the Indiana Pacers with a dominant first half.
We got exactly what we deserved, and we have to own that.
This is a bludgeoning here in Game 6. The magic carpet ride for the Pacers is not over. They'll play for an NBA title on Sunday night.
We have one game for everything we've worked for, and so today, the better team Sunday will win.
All comes down to one game, and traditionally Game 7s favor the home team, but recent years we're getting away from tradition. Last 5 postseason road teams have gone a surprising 9-6 in Game 7, but this will be the first Game 7 in the finals since 2016 when the Cavs went on the road to stun the Warriors, an all-time great series. But we've got one of those coming together, and we welcome in Anscape senior writer David Dennis Jr., NBA veteran Quentin Richardson, our analyst in the house on SportsCenter. Q, I'll start with you. No secret, Tyrese Halliburton's calf, not 100%, bothering the Indiana superstar. Pacers still able to blow out the Thunder, avoid elimination in Game 6. Can Indiana win Game 7 on the road with the same strategy they had for Halliburton in Game 6?
Yeah, I don't think they can, and also I don't think Rick Carlisle will deploy the exact same strategy. I think obviously the Thunder will be trying to rebound and prepare and be ready for what they did in Game 6. So I think Carlisle, being the great coach as he is, that he'll probably use some of those traits that he used, but I think he's gonna come at them differently. And also I think Tyrese Halliburton, the way he played last game and the way his calf looked, he looked healthier than we thought he would look. So I think he'll be able to do more. I think he showed that he can do more. So I don't think they'll deploy the same strategy. I think they'll do some things different and be ready for the Thunder to counter what the Thunder do this time.
For me, this is about how the Thunder are going to treat Tyrese Halliburton. I think they kind of let him off the hook. The Pacers, their defense, they shortened that court a little bit with the pickup space that they had and allowed him to get in those passing lanes. He had 2 steals and 4 deflections. But the Thunder did not make him work nearly as hard on defense. They didn't put him in enough ISOs. They didn't target him. They didn't make him run around the court. I think what we're going to see is a Thunder team that says, we like what we do with our offense in general, but we're going to stray a little bit and put him in more ISOs, get him on one-on-one with SGA and J-Dub. Let's test out that calf. Let's get some hard screens on him and see just how durable he is when that gets to late in the fourth quarter.
And that's the blessing for Indiana of being up 30 through 3 quarters. Yeah. Halliburton plays 23 minutes, not 36, 37, working his way back from a calf injury. Q, I got to get a pick for you, man. Home teams all time in the NBA Finals, 15-4 in Game 7. Who wins this one in 2025?
Man, I'm gonna go right with that stat you just gave, Phil. I'm gonna go with the home team because that's all I really got to go off of. The fact that the Thunder are gonna be at home. They got this crazy crowd. They play better at home. The others and the support guys play better at home. And the way this series is gone, man, I wouldn't be surprised with anything that happens. If Pacers going in and win tonight, I wouldn't be super surprised, but I'm going to go with the home team. With the crowds being the way that they've been the last couple games and that impacting the series and the games the way they have, I'm going to go with the home team and say the Thunder pull it out in 7.
David, the home team's been, for most of this series, the better of the 2 teams, but Indiana has momentum. What's your pick for Game 7?
It is a toss-up. I think I'm going with the Pacers because we got to stop looking at them as this scrappy team that is stealing these games. Since Game 3, they outplayed them in Game 3. Yeah. They played better for most of Game 4. They got blown out in Game 5, and they blew them out in Game 6. That's 3 out of the 4 games they've been mostly better. So, the Pacers they're equal, and mostly, I'm just tired. The Pacers have worn me down. I'm tired of betting against them. I'm tired of making plans based on them losing. I'm tired of telling my friends I'm going to be in New York for the finals because the Knicks are going to win. I'm tired of saying that I'm going to be at home because it's going to be a short series. I had brunch reservations for this weekend because I didn't think this was going 7.
I got brunch in Bristol.
I am tired of betting against this Pacers team. The Pacers have the magic, and they can go out and win a game late down the stretch as they've done. I'm not betting against this magical run that these Pacers have.
Hoping you're not too tired.
So the Knicks messed up your New York plans. No New York for you because of the Knicks, man?
No New York plans, no nothing, man. The whole summer's been turned around by this Pacers team.
I hope you're not too tired. So we got more coming up from you later on Sports, and we'll talk to you all in a bit. For the season, how the series got here. Game 1, Tyrese Halliburton hit the dagger with 0.3 of a second left, sealing a comeback and stealing the series lead after Indiana had trailed by as many as 15 in the fourth, nabbing a 1-point win. Game 2, SGA held court, dropping 34 points, a dominant 16-point dub to even up the series, improving OKC to 5-0 this postseason after a loss. As the series moved to Indy in Game 3, Benedict Mathurin came up huge. 27 points as the Pacers outscored the Thunder by 14 in the fourth, retaking the series advantage. Then Game 4, another OKC bounce back. Fourth quarter rally. SGA scored 15 points in the final 5 minutes, most for anyone in that stretch in the last 50 years in the finals game. Thunder evened things up. SGA then and Jalen Williams lit up Game 5, dropping 31 and 40 points respectively. First Thunder duo with 30 points each in a finals game in an 11-point win. The Pacers, then facing elimination, dominated the Thunder in Game 6, leading by 22 at the half and by 30 through 3 quarters, tied for the largest lead entering the fourth quarter of a finals game in the shot clock era.
For more on Game 7, we now welcome in former Pacer great Roy Hibbert into SportsCenter. And Roy, good morning. Thanks for being with us. Look, you played 7 seasons in Indiana, so just tell us, what are the keys now for a Pacers win in Game 7 tomorrow night?
Well, I have 3 things real quick. I think the first thing, it has to be, they have to play with pace and just get up and down, touch the paint, get up and get some easy buckets in transition. 22 to 11 fast break points last game was great. The games that they've lost, they have not been aggressive. They haven't been able to get out and finish at the basket, find easy buckets to be able to relieve that pressure that SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder, really bring on the defensive end. Now, the second thing I'm going to say, not many people may know this, but I feel like the Pacers need to have a Rick Pitino / RJ Lewis mentality. And that's next man up. If somebody's not playing well, if they look dazed, if they're out of it, their backup is against the wall. It's all for the marbles. This is the end of the season. So they need to pull some. If somebody's not playing the way they're supposed to, they need to pull them, put them on the bench, and play somebody that's going to bring effort, like TJ McConnell. He's really done that the last couple games, coming off the bench, bring a big spark. He is a man on a mission, been playing well. I like to see it. And the last thing to me is take care of the ball. 23 to 11 turnovers in Game 5. They cannot do it. OKC is such a good defensive team. In the half court, they're picking you up almost as soon as you cross the half court line, and then they don't give you many opportunities to get offensive rebounds. So their defense is just really key. They hunt for steals and they put so much pressure on you.
Okay, I love those 3 keys. I wrote them down so I can keep them in mind. One guy's name you didn't mention, but obviously it all comes full circle with, is Tyrese Halliburton. He's really put himself, I feel like, out there this season in a lot of different ways, especially with all of his late game heroics this postseason. What would an NBA championship mean for his legacy going forward?
I think it'd be great. Obviously, it'd be solidified. He'd be mentioned probably as one of the greats, Indiana greats, with Reggie Miller. Obviously, getting it done where he couldn't have gotten it, where he didn't get it done. He's played great. One thing that I've noticed in this playoffs is the team doesn't necessarily need him to have huge games just to win. Last game, he only had about 16 points, but he was defensive. He was active on both ends of the court, and he helped this team win the game.